James Ross?
Yes.
Court is calling 2024 CR 008733, State versus James Ross Jr.
Yes, Judge.
Could I have the parties announced for the record for the state,
Jason Girahan.
for the defense?
Orlando Castellano.
And are you Mr. James Ross Jr.? All right, you're gonna need to speak up.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, did you review the application for community supervision with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it? And did you review the true bill of indictment with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, I did.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
I do, Judge.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
No, Your Honor, we're waiving count one, proceeding on the repeater and count two. Taking that first.
Any objection?
No, Judge.
All right, did you review the court admonishments with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, I did.
Did you understand your charge of possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 1, 4 to 200 grams? Normally, the range of punishment for that is 2 to 20 years in prison and up to $10,000 fine. If the state proves the repeat offender enhancement allegation beyond a reasonable doubt to the court, then your range of punishment will be anywhere from 5 to 99 years or life in prison and up to $10,000 fine. Do you understand?
Yes.
All right, if you have a plea, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes. Ma'am.
You have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call, and the right to remain silent. Did you understand by entering this plea, you were giving up those rights? And did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case?
I did.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
Yes, Judge.
Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him?
I do.
Do you believe he's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
I do, Judge.
Mr. Ross, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea?
No, ma'am.
Anyone promised you anything other than the plea?
No, ma'am.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
I am.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
I am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yeah.
According to the plea, the state is proceeding on count 2. You are to agree that you've been previously convicted of 1 or more felonies for purposes of enhancement. Punishment is to be assessed at 8 years in the prison. There's a $2,000 fine. State recommends community supervision, and there's to be restitution to the SAPD for lab testing. Did you understand that to be the plea?
I'm a little bit cloudy, Your Honor.
Okay, uncloud your mind.
I think he's heard that it was to be sentenced at 8 years in prison, but I think he did not hear the part where it was recommended for probation and that he was applying for probation.
All right, I'll repeat. Your plea bargain agreement. The state, the defense, and yourself have agreed to proceed on count 2 only. Do you understand?
I do.
You are to agree that you've been previously convicted of 1 or more felonies for purposes of enhancement. That's that repeater count that's in the indictment. Do you understand?
Yes.
There's a $2,000 fine. Do you understand?
Yes.
There's a recommendation for community supervision. Do you understand?
Yes.
There's to be restitution to the San Antonio Police Department for laboratory testing of the drugs. Do you understand?
Yes.
If you are revoked, you're looking at 8 years in the prison. Do you understand?
Yes.
Do you understand that to be your plea?
Yes.
Defense, is that the plea?
It is, Judge.
State, is that the plea?
It is, Your Honor.
Did you review the waiver of appeal paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in both places?
I did.
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes.
Counsel, are there any such motions?
We have no rulings, Judge.
Outside the agreement, the state is requesting that your community supervision be for a term of 8 years. There be a TAP evaluation and 200 hours of community service restitution. Did you understand those are recommendations from the state and the court does not have to follow those recommendations?
I do, Your Honor.
Then to count 2, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Contest.
To the repeater enhancement paragraph, how do you plead? True or not true?
True, Your Honor.
State any evidence.
No objection, Judge.
All right, state you may be excused. Did you review the waiver and consent to stipulation of testimony and stipulations with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call and the right to remain silent?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports? But most importantly, there'll be no live testimony. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments, and the court will review the same. All right, after reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court will find you guilty. The court will find the enhancement true based upon your plea of true and based upon states exhibits 1 and attachments. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Judge.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
No, Judge, I just asked that you follow the plea agreement.
All right, are you employed?
Not yet, Your Honor.
When's the last time you had employment?
Right before I was arrested on the 13th.
Doing what?
Modeling, acting,
I'm sorry, what?
modeling, acting.
I understood also that he was participating in research studies as well. Is that right?
All right, you say modeling and acting. Where might I have seen you? And in what might I have seen you?
In catalog modeling.
All right, what catalogs?
JCPenney's.
JCPenney still has a catalog? What year would that have been?
23, 22.
All right, I'm gonna look that up. What were you modeling in 23 in the catalog?
Here it says, okay.
I had a client, Judge, who actually was a model as well. He was modeling, I think, JCPenney's Hager pants and such.
Was his name James Ross?
It was not, but
So you say modeling and then you say acting?
Well, acting hadn't taken off yet. I just started the classes.
Oh, so you were in classes for acting? Because I will tell you, I watch a lot, so
They were,
I would have seen you if you say, name what you were in.
I was auditioning for it.
For what?
New Tyler Perry movie,
And what is that?
Stranger Things. And also Scream 7. I got the emails if you want to see them.
Oh, yeah, I would love to see the emails for this. Michelle, maybe we can be in a Tyler Perry movie. I knew there was something about him because his name is actually the name of J.R. Ewing's son in Dallas, James Ross Jr., J.R. Ewing.
never watched the show.
Oh my gosh.
I work on that.
Did he?
And you're in Texas? Okay.
I watched Knight Rider.
Knight Rider, but not Stingray. Well, the Knight Rider you watched, was it the new version?
Oh, no.
Or the old one?
With the Ha.
Oh, who used to be in Young and the Restless as Snapper Foster. But okay, enough about that. And he was also the second Snapper Foster, not the original one.
I was more of a General Hospital person myself, Judge. So
Oh, wow. Huh. The Quartermains?
I don't remember because I was watched it with my aunt. So
Okay. He's like, what are they talking about?
Uh-oh.
All right, so here's my question for you. In the past, what have you used drug-wise?
Marijuana, codeine, promethazine,
Mhm.
marijuana, codeine, promethazine,
Okay.
Xanax.
That will mess up your face if you want to be an actor.
No,
You know,
I'm done with the drugs all the way.
all right, they say acting is for the young. And do you have any children? Age? When's the last time you saw your 2-year-old? Mhm. All right, this is what the court is going to do. Court is going to sentence you to 8 years in the prison, suspended and probated for 9 years, $2,000 fine that will be probated, restitution to SAPD for laboratory testing. There's to be 200 hours of community service restitution. 100 hours will be deducted. For parenting classes, I'm gonna order parenting classes. And I tell you what, this is some incentive to improve acting skills. You may be acting right now, which is great acting. If you provide proof that you were actually in the JCPenney catalog in 2023, not 22, but 2023, I'll deduct 10 hours of community service restitution, and I'll deduct the remaining 90 if you actually are in the Tyler Perry series or someone series. Not as an extra, because those are just people in the background. You understand? If you have speaking lines, I'll waive the remaining of the hours, and that will give you incentive to work on your acting skills. All right, there's to be regular reporting by Zoom or in person, regular random UAs, field visits, one time per month for 6 months. Ms. Abrams, how long will it take for a TAP evaluation in custody and out of custody?
Judge, in custody, I need a out of custody longer.
When we say longer, what are we thinking for out of custody? All right, here's the thing. You're gonna be tested on a regular basis. I can keep you in jail for the 2 weeks for the TAP evaluation, or I can let the TAP evaluation be out of custody.
But I know he wants to be out of custody, and that's part of the, reason we were here is to address that, but we were able to resolve this case. And so I believe that he's motivated to be released, and so if there's
What
other
do you say?
conditions.
Here's the thing, your attorney is not gonna be the one on probation, it's you. So we can do the TAP evaluation in custody or out of custody, but I'm telling you, if you end up testing positive for drugs while you're out of custody, they're gonna bring to me a motion to revoke or tell me what's happening with you. Then you and I are gonna have another conversation, and that conversation may or may not result in you doing a TAP evaluation in custody.
Out of custody,
All right, TAP evaluation out of custody, follow recommendations. There's to be 90 sober meetings in 90 days, proof of employment within 30 days, no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. And there's to be no contact with Mark Daniel Lewis. Probation, is there anything else he needs? Is there anything else you need from the court in order to be successful?
just understand, you said 90,
Sober meetings in 90 days. So every day you need to do a sober meeting for 90 days. Those are your AA meetings or NA meetings. You can either do AA meetings or NA meetings, but they're called sober support meetings now. If you go online, you can find one that is near you.
and when you get a job too.
Yes. Anything else?
Yeah. Yes.
All right. Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it? Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we can go off the record. I know I sentenced you to 9 months probation. I'm sorry, 9 years probation. You're like, yay, 9 months. If you complete everything early, you can always come back and ask for early termination. You understand? All right, and this court, to be successful, You need to stay in communication with your probation officer. If you have an issue, let them know. If you feel they're not addressing it, you can always come back to court and speak to me. You understand? All right, good luck to you. They'll go over your conditions with you. Thank you.
Thank you.